us. 2, 4, 25 constants is where we left off. We left off as Ellie in the future leaves D9, her baby, and goes on an adventure to find Abby once again. Because what's the plot of the game? The plot of the game is Ellie trying to find Abby. Why? She just wants to. And then we jump to Abby and Lev, and it turns out Lev has hair. That's pretty much it. So we'll see how this unfolds, and we are going to end this game tonight, right here, right now. Look at this wave of a hair I have. This poof. Okay. This has been a journey. With this game, it's been a journey. Oh shoot, there's zombies. I was like, who's this? This is Lev with his hair. Oh boy, I don't have anything silent. Lev is the only one. Oh, how did they not see me? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hello, Scarlet Pirate. Finally the end. We will end this right now. Oh, some tape. Of course, there's a clicker. Oh, actually, I need to craft some shivs in case I get attacked by the clicker. Oh my god, you scared me. You scared me. Oh. Man, I was totally gonna shiv it. And then it turned around so quickly. So quickly.
I knew something was out there. Yes, you did. Keep your guard up. Let's go back to finding that house. 2425. Attaboy.
What are we doing? What is our plot here? Trying to find a house in Santa Barbara?
What if we don't find them here? Assuming all the leads dry up, what would you like to do? I don't know.
I'm trying to find the
Leave
fireflies.
this place?
Is this the house? No?
2429. Too far.
Oh. I have to actually find a specific house? This one? Where are you seeing the numbers? Hello, knock knock.
I don't see any numbers. Yeah. 24. Let's see.
Oh.
Good enough.
Hello? Any fireflies in here?
This place looks abandoned. Like all the other houses. Keep searching.
Uh-oh. What is this? Current
24, 25
resident.
Constance.
Hey, we found it.
This is the place.
This is the place by a piece of
Okay,
mail.
but there's nothing here. We don't know that yet.
Ooh, they got a pool though. Huh. Time to go for a swim. Nope.
What about...
Everything's empty.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting.
Remember the last time we were in a pool?
Yeah, I have a small recollection of it.
If it makes you feel better, I also thought we were gonna die.
Nope.
Hello.
Nada.
Ooh. Is it worth
Is
it?
it really nothing? It can't be.
It's nothing. Abby, this is all just nothing. Ooh. Man, what am I doing here?
Lev, I think we're done here.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
What?
In here.
You find something?
I hate when they say in here. It's like, how am I supposed to know? Ooh, it's scratched on the floor.
Scratches.
Scooch.
How did Lev see that? That was impressive. He's got good eyes. This is why it takes so long.
Hello?
Because the game gives you that sense of exploration.
Well, since anyone's been here.
This is like a whole camp.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with you. Pretty nice barracks, all things considered. They had power down here. Look around. Guess they've got solar.
Oh.
Is this frequency currently in use? This is... Do you see a call sign anywhere?
Oh, what?
It's a short list of numbers and letters.
Hmm.
Fuck it. This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Can anyone hear me? Standing by. Is anyone out there?
What's this?
Those are frequencies. Is this frequency currently in use? This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Is anyone out there?
Are these other Firefly outposts?
I don't know. Can anyone hear me? Hello? Is this frequency currently in use? This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Hello? Hello? Is this frequency currently in use? Hello, this is Abby from Santa Barbara. Can anyone hear me? If anyone can hear me, please reply. Please answer.
Hi, Abby. We got a clear signal on you.
Ooh.
Where in Santa Barbara you calling from?
24, 25 Constance. We got a tip about a base, but there's no one here. We're looking for fireflies. I'm a firefly.
Uh-oh.
Where were you stationed?
I was part of the Salt Lake outpost.
Who ran that facility?
Dr. Jerry Anderson. He was my dad.
Well, how about that?
Are they good people?
Pulled everyone back from the satellite stations and brought them back here to home base.
How many of you are there?
We're about 200 strong now, with a few more every month.
Owen was right. You're about to get 2 more. How do we find you?
Get to Catalina Island. Approach
Oh.
the large domed building in Avalon. We'll find you.
Okay. Okay, we'll see you soon. Over and out.
Looking forward to it. Good luck, Abby from Santa Barbara. Over and out.
Come on, let's get back to the sailboat.
It's gonna be like
Okay, fine.
a fight or something
You were
on the
right.
street or something.
What was that?
Why do you make me repeat whenever I'm wrong?
'Cause it makes me feel better. And 'cause it happens so rarely.
Oh my god, I called it. Oh, ow. Oh! Ouch. Oh, ow.
Ah! I'll kill her now. Tie her up. Come here, let me see you. You ready?
Wait, what are you doing? Wait. Fuck, man!
You're fine. Get that little one.
What's the point?
Don't you fucking touch him!
Oh,
Shit. One hell of a catch, huh?
oh. Dang, what the heck? We're like, hey, let's get some help for these characters, but then let's not. Ha 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 ha. Oh, is this, who's this? Is this Ellie? Dang, Ellie really just hiked all the way to Santa Barbara.
Where did you go from here?
2 weeks. 2 weeks it would have taken her.
2425 Constance. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Is Abby, or is Ellie gonna save Abby now? Is that how this is playing out?
How would she get up to the street from here?
Ooh, this is nice. This is nice. I like this. Although, how did Ellie find that specific cell, though? Oh, hey, I got all of Ellie's stuff, though.
This looks promising.
How, yeah, how did we get up there? Nope. Oh, parkour! Can I hop up here? No, I can't. Oh, I can just walk. Oof. What?
Here we go.
There we go. Ooh, what a jump. Is that something on here? No?
Okay.
Straight into the battlefield.
Now what? Mesa Bluff. I'm here, and Santa Barbara proper is that way.
I guess there is no map. It's like, what is that? What is that noise? Oh, there's just zombies over there. What the heck? Music's pretty scary. I don't take any of them out though. What about that? Is this? Yeah, I might be using a stun thing. Oh wow, I really this is bad. Sounds were like amplified with that fight. Man. Yeah, it's a stuns enemies. Okay, well, what's the point? Who's that? I heard someone. Oh, it's stalkers. This is pretty. Pretty level design. Got the mansions in Santa Barbara. It's a rubber ducky. Where am I going here? Oh, there's a melee weapon. Should have picked that up. Oh, there's a big one here. Can I not go this way? Oh, we're just gonna run for it. No. Go down. Go, Ellie, go. Go.
Okay,
Oh, simple enough.
Santa Barbara's downhill. 24, 25 constants. She has to be down there.
She's tripping. I guess, yeah. Just waste this med pack. This is Ellie. Yes, it is Ellie. She's got a nice, fresh haircut. How on earth am I going down here? Oh, there's more zombies. Oh. Not looking this way. It's crazy how Abby gets to choke them out. Just surprised that zombies don't make noise as soon as they're grabbed. What the? Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, game. Why? Why? Oh. It just keeps going on. I think it gets so much worse. Should have stayed with Dina. Was that it? Really? It's gonna cut back. Oh.
Abby. I found you. I found you.
See? We got a live one.
Oh, they're both gonna be captured by the same exact people. Oh.
I'd be lucky if she lasts a month. Can we please just say we're done for the day?
Yeah. Yeah, get that thing down. Let's reset the traps.
Really, man? I mean, is she even worth the trip back? It's not like...
Hey, get you?
No. I'm good. Something funny?
Looks like you shit your pants.
Fuck you say?
Oh, little bitch.
Oh, you like funny, huh? Get up.
Come on.
Get up.
We don't need
No,
this.
man, she's fucked up anyway, man. Come on. Yeah, it's funny, right? It's funny.
Serious?
Come on. Laugh.
Oh, Ellie, that was. That was a good move.
Wait. You said Abby. You're looking for an Abby, right? We picked one up a couple months ago.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no, big girl. Blonde. Arms like mine. She had a scrawny kid with cuts by his mouth. Yeah, that's her. You let me go. I'll tell you where she is. We'll get to her before that infection takes over.
talk.
She's in a holding cell at our camp.
Where is that?
Head that way till you hit the railroad track. That'll lead you to a resort. We keep them in the tall, round building. I swear.
Oh. Yikes. Man, being immune is definitely worked out for her. Oh, but they picked up Abby a few months ago.
Traxter Resort. Tall round building.
Hey, you got a
Traxter
trophy,
Resort.
high caliber.
Tall round.
What even is that? Find all weapons.
Building.
I just watched the cutscene, but I'll take it. Oh no, she got that. She got the gun from him. Oh, I guess that was the last one.
Fuck.
It's cool that I found all. Oh,
Go back.
Is that a gun? He's got a gun!
Damn it.
Shit. All right.
Fuck did he get a gun? Tell the others to search the area. Make sure he's the only one that got out.
Run away!
that guy was just standing still. That was cool. Shoot first, ask questions later. Am I right? Am I right, Ellie? Oh, never mind.
I'm gonna find you.
Oh, there's a dog too. I don't want the dog. Sorry. Sorry, buddy.
Big group.
Silence SMG. That's crazy.
I better find her before these idiots kill her.
Who's there? Is there anyone like... Oh, wow, there's so many people. Good heavens. Continuing the shootout. Let's pull out my rifle. Actually, let's pull out the bow. Oh Lord! It's too late. He had the helmet, and I was like, oh okay. They're wearing armor or something? Why is this person moving up to me? Yo, where are they shooting me from? Oh, ow. Oh, man. That involved dogs just again. Oh my god. Okay, take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. Oh, this is not a good look for me. Surprise!
All right.
Any ammo, please? Thank you.
Oh God, please. Take it easy. Just take it easy.
Okay.
All right, just you don't have to do this.
Now I do.
Right.
Yeah, he's like, you don't have to do this. Runs behind cover again. I just chase him.
Any
Oh,
others?
sup, Eth? Cutscene for this area was dope.
Side.
I don't know if I've gone to that
Tracks.
cutscene yet. Or was it the cutscene right before when Ellie dragged them into the zombie? That was good. That was a good cutscene. Need to make this. Need to make this. Need to make this. There we go. You have, yeah. That one was really good. That was a good cutscene. Ellie was a beast. Cool. I know. I searched it up. It would have taken her like at least 2 weeks to walk all the way down here. And that tree just got her. It's always just that tree.
Shit.
That's a whole camp of people. What the heck is this?
Oh God.
Never would I thought it would be in Santa Barbara.
Looks like a tall round building. How do I get in there?
Ammo? Oh no, just explosives and a bottle. How do we get in there?
Hello.
Wow. That's convenient. Oh. Ellie's still like covered. Oh shoot, there's still more people?
Come on, you can do it. Just a little closer, buddy.
Dude, leave him alone. He can't feel anything.
Fuck that. I promised him I'd do this to him.
This is such a fucked up hobby.
Bet you wish you didn't try to escape now, don't you, Anthony?
Oh, they're walking away. Blow. I could have blown them up. I'm trying to go for a little stealthy approach. I'm also hoping that I can free him. There we go. Get him. Get him, Anthony. Oh, Anthony dead. Oh, I have Molotovs. Okay. Hey. Grab. Shh. Dead.
Check it out. Run away! They
Oh, what? How did they see me? Oh, what the? Ooh. Oh, sir.
God damn it!
Oh, Lord. Ow. Hold on, let me reload. That was just bad. Hey, sup, Ken? What'd you miss? Get wrecked. What did you miss? Abby got to Santa Barbara. She got captured by this group. Ellie, looking for Abby, also bumped into the group and decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go get Abby. And hopefully I'll get to her before they kill her. Because apparently they have, like, slaves or something. I don't know what this group is about. Hold on. Someone's walking around here. Who's that? Who's making noise? Oh, that guy? Wow. Okay. His helmet gets blasted open, he doesn't even move.
That it? These are some sick fucks.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, you didn't miss too much. We've only been up for about 30 minutes. Ooh, trading cards. She's still collecting them. Ooh, shotgun. Ooh, health. Eat that candy bar.
Okay.
Where am I going here? Oh.
Fuck all these assholes.
Okay. I'm okay with that, Ellie. Shh, 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 shh. Don't say anything. Okay.
Next.
Please don't turn around and attack me. Go.
Infected got loose! Shit!
Hopefully they take one of them out.
Watch the infected!
Oh, there's a clicker there. Oh, there's two clickers. Oh, but they're hearing me now. Oh, that's playing with fire. Oh! Got him. Ow, who the... Ow. Excuse me, sir, you can't do that. Cheating. Sorry, I can't let you go. Ow, what the? There's still more? Oh, wow, I actually shot the table. I actually... What the... Stop. Man, I don't have enough anything. Oh, never mind. I have a bunch of submachine gun. Oops. Let's go, 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 go. Oh, what the? Okay. Oh lord, there's a guy behind me too with a shotgun. Okay. Surprise!
Oh God!
You're dead, you hear me?
Not if you're dead first. Ow. Heal, heal, heal.
You went that way!
Oh, actually, I'll save that. You went a different path for the pills. I don't even know what path I went down with Ellie. It's been so long since I played Ellie. Okay. Yeah, which is what?
We got a stray! By the table!
Why are you running towards me? See, I thought, ow, I thought it was her telling me that the area's clear by her saying, God damn. But, apparently not. I'm just bad. Ignore that. You gonna say it's clear yet?
Fuck. Anybody else?
See, that doesn't even give me information.
Come on. Don't stop now.
In pieces like Oh. Oh, I bumped explosive arrows. I just didn't do that. I guess I didn't do bump explosive arrows. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Just the radius for those explosive arrows is very nice. Let me see if I can make more. Make that silencer. Make this again. Okay. Should be good. Should be good. Let's all take it easy now. Oh, I have 3 shotgun shots. Perfect. Some tape. Ooh, some scissors. I'm still surprised when I still see snacks in those things. Like, why wouldn't they loot it? Who the... Oh, she's like, someone broke the vending machine. What the heck was that? Yeah, I heard someone behind me. Oh, he's right there. Charge! Okay. Oh, no ammo in there? It's fine. Nice that they all have melee weapons. Oh, yes! Give me all this stuff. I need this. Do I ever use listening mode? Yes, I do. But that's usually if I'm going stealthy. If I'm going loud, it's just let's rush. That's why I don't really upgrade listening mode with my pills.
We've been hit. What happened? I don't know. It's gotta be a fucking stray. Shit. Spread out. Guard the tower.
Huh.
Todd! Fucking ambush! He came from over there! Quick!
There we go.
Can you hear me? Mikhail? Hey, come on, talk to me. Let's go check it out. I got your back.
Hey,
Watch it!
got him.
Run away! In that building!
Placing Claymore.
I found her! Over here! Over there!
I'm still using the silencer. Shouldn't have been doing that. Ow, who the? Ow, whoa, whoa, get off me. Oh, I could have. Oh. Oh wow, it's way too low. Man, okay. Just rush.
Judy! Move up! Judy!
Wow, that actually injured me too. Hey. Hold on, give me a second. There we go.
He went back that way!
Where did you go, huh? Where'd she go? Peekaboo! Wow! Oh. Stop, 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 stop. Oh, he's over there. Surprise! Okay. Is that everyone? Ellie just beasted this entire thing. Ellie's too powerful.
Almost there. Where are these fucking prisoners?
Okay, well we'll make an exploding arrow because I need that. Need a med kit. Can't make a silence right now. I need more cloth. Like that. Ooh, candy bar. Do do do. Anything else? Let's check these bodies over here. Nothing. Huh? Oh. Okay. Not bad. Okay. Well, we're copping down the stairs. Very quietly. Ellie, you don't even have to worry about that. You decimated all of them. There's absolutely no one alive there. What can I swap this for? Submachine gun. That's true. You can. I just never do that. Oh, ow. Ah.
Kill her! Bitch! I got the key!
I locked the door.
The guns! Alright, come on. Let's go.
Hey, where's Abby? She's bit.
Keep back.
Hey, don't put that fucking thing in me.
Hey! Abby tried to escape. She's down in the pillars.
The pillars?
Head down to the beach. You won't miss it.
She's probably already dead.
They all look malnourished.
Come on!
Alright, let's gotta take it easy.
Where are you?
Uh-oh.
Abby.
This is getting a little too cinematic. Where? Hmm. Yep. Oh, Ellie, you gotta stitch up your wounds again or something. Why am I?
Head to the beach.
She's pushing herself too much for so little reward. You know, it's like if she died in the process, she'd be okay with that as long as her mission gets done. But think about Dina. Oh. Yikes. That's not love, is it? Oh,
Abby?
Lord. Oh, it's Abby. Is that Abby? No, it's just another girl with a ponytail. Hmm? I don't remember what Abby's hairstyle is, apparently. She's coughing. Is this her? No. Oh, is this her? No. Oh. Is it her? Oh, it is her. She doesn't have a ponytail or a braid. Oh. Dang, she looks so much tinier. Oh, left too? Ellie can do that.
I got you. I got you. They're both this way.
It's crazy to see Abby so tiny. Oh no. Come on, Ellie. Little did Abby know, Ellie would be the one to save her. Please don't pass out, Ellie. Please don't pass out. This is sad. The Santa Barbara camp was really weird.
can't let you leave.
Abby's like,
I'm not doing this.
okay.
No. I'm not gonna fight you. Yes, you will.
Oh, whoa, whoa, take it easy, Ellie. Lev is best
He's
character.
not a part of this. You made him a part of this. Okay. Okay.
Oh, wow. It went from 0 to 100 really quick. Oh, it's so sad. Why? Why? At this point, this is just silly. Ow! Oh, oh, Ellie, why? This is like really unfair and just rude. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, come on. What? They're so... both so weak. Oh, Ellie. Okay, I couldn't even dodge that one. What is this game? It's just a bunch of grunting. Oh, come on. Wow, okay. Apparently I was losing. I couldn't even tell. Oh, come on. It's a Commando Pro. Yeah, exactly, Ken. Ellie should have done something far more differently than what she's doing right now. And this is like very unnecessary. Ow. Oh, come on. Abby's like, remind me to stay away from that girl. Oh, fun fact. That's a good point. I didn't realize that was a loading screen. It's always about boats. Oh, ooh. What did she get from that? She got nothing. She got 2 fingers lost. Can't, oh, Abby bit so hard. Especially because she was weak. If Abby was at full strength, Ellie would have been decked. There's no way. No way Ellie would have won. Oh, Dina's gone. In return, she got nothing. Oh, I don't need to go on there. Upstairs. Oh, yep, it's cleared out. Oh, but her room is still here. Is she gonna play the guitar with her 2 missing fingers? I guess she doesn't really. Which hand was it? Looks like it. Dina's gone. She probably moved back to Jackson. Ellie would have been gone for at least a month. And being out in the middle of nowhere with just you and a baby. Oh, it is gonna be harder. Just got less fingers there. She can't play properly. Look, she lost the only thing that she still has of Joel. That's the guitar.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
It's true.
Where'd you get that?
Those people that came through last week.
Oh.
A little embarrassed as to what I had to trade to get it, but not bad.
What do you trade?
I had Seth under control.
Yeah, I know.
And you need to stop harassing Jesse about my patrols.
Okay. Dina. Is she your girlfriend?
No. No, that was just one kiss. It doesn't mean anything. She just... I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her.
So stupid.
I have no idea what that girl's intentions are, but I do know that she would be lucky to have you.
You're such an asshole.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Yeah. I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I'd like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yep.
That was a sad scene. Now she's leaving the guitar behind. Just like how she's leaving behind Joel. And her anger over Abby. Ooh, look at this. I'm an English professor. Ho ho. The firefly symbol. There. Oh, and then there's Ellie. Oh. That was the end. Boom. We got to the credits. Wow. But it was like, like if you stopped there and then just like left everything out, and then of course you're probably not gonna like the game because then the game had no meaning.
Are you still on stream? Can people hear us talking?
Yeah.
That's not a problem. I was just curious.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, so plotline wise, I personally thought that the hate-driven plotline, I thought that was fine. That didn't bother me that much. Some people were like, oh, like where's the cure? Like that was the point of the first movie. This is just stupid. Like people was hating each other, essentially.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think that the story would have been better personally if you had Seattle day one as Ellie, and then Seattle day one as Abby.
Yes, that is exactly my thought. I talked to Sam about this too, and we both agree that this game would have been better if it was in a different order. It was a good story, but the order in which the events happen made like no sense.
Yeah.
Because you play it. Oh man, this guitar is like super nice. But you played like the entire first 3 days with Ellie, and then Abby bumps in. She takes out Jesse too, and then you immediately play as her in this new community, and it was like, this shouldn't have been how it was played. Like I should have gotten these connections. I should have been seeing these characters more before, like, killing them as Ellie and stuff like that.
And there were some other things too. So like as Abby, like you're fully fledged, like you know how to fight everything. You have all the weapons unlocked, skill trees, and then you go back to nothing.
Yeah.
And on top of that, all the friends, like Abby's friends, quote unquote, that she talks to, I'm like, oh, you're dead. You're dead. I know when you die. Oh, you're dead. And I'm like, that's not that thrilling to me.
Yeah.
Like it would have been more interesting to just have it escalate and escalate, and then when that moment happens, when like Abby and Ellie finally meet up, it doesn't just trend like that's a good cliffhanger, but I think that climax would have been better if both stories would have been converging.
Yeah, because like I felt like no remorse meeting the characters that Abby was friends with and being like, oh yeah, you're dead. Sorry, you're dead. Sorry, you're dead. Yeah. Because I was like, okay, they're already gone. They aren't even characters to me, and then now you're sort of like building them up, even though I know everything that's gonna happen to them. So I was like I didn't feel sad when I was like, oh look, it's Owen, and Owen's like, I don't want to fight anymore. I want to go to Santa Barbara. I'm like, oh, you're not going to Santa Barbara, buddy.
Yeah, and like Owen and the brother and sister / two sisters, were like the only characters that like you I kind of cared about.
Yeah,
like, the other people.
Yara and Lev.
Yes.
Yara and Lev were best characters. I appreciated them so much because you got to see like their beginning, and like they were the most purest out of all of them. Like they didn't, unnecessarily like have all this like killing these main characters and stuff. They were just like pure. They're like their own self-contained story. And I was like, oh, this is great.
What did you pick up from their story? Kind of curious if you got more than me.
What do you mean? What did I pick up?
So like, who were they and why were they rogue? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, it's because Yara and Lev were both part of the Scar, the Seraphites, and then Lev was to be married to, or previously known as Lily, was to be married to one of the elders, and Lily is not comfortable with being female, so shaved her head and became Lev, and so he, by shaving his head was exiled. Well, actually not. Right. He wasn't exiled. They would have killed him. But then Yara, who was also against it at first, came around to the idea, and they both escaped together.
I didn't know the part that they were planning to be married.
Yeah,
I thought that she wanted to come out as a guy, and she did that to by shaving her head. So I didn't pick up on that, which is why I asked.
Yeah, no, because
what do you know?
because I was like, hearing that, I was like, okay, you're in this. Oh, what is this? Lyrics now. Okay, do I? Is there anything after the credits?
Mm, no, it should take you back to the main menu, and you should have
Okay.
different screen for main menu.
Okay, because they started to sing in in the thing, so it's gonna get confusing. Oh, ooh, look at that! New Game Plus. Oh,
Yeah, you get to play through it with
I
all
didn't
of
know
your
that.
old unlocks. It's the
Okay,
only way that you get some trophies.
yeah, there's no way you would be able to get all the upgrades. Impossible.
No.
But yeah, so when I heard that Lev, shaved his head and wanted to come out as male, I was like, why would you do that when you're in such a religious group? And also, like, you would be killed for this. Like, I understand the feeling of wanting to do that, but it's like that is not a smart idea. And then they talked about, oh, he was going to be married to the elders, and I was like, okay, that makes more sense of why he did it at that very moment, and instead of
Starting to
like
get stronger.
being in a safe place and then doing it.
To
But
be
yeah,
fair, figures all throughout history have kind of rebelled like that, knowing that they'd be ostracized. Um, there's all sorts of examples.
yeah, I know, but
But yes,
th-
I get that.
like he would have died, and so I was like at least if you wanted to go rogue, run away and then also do it, or like, you know, do something. But like something drastic happened, and yes, he was going to be married to some elder. So then that's like a catalyst for all those events. So it's like,
Hmm.
oh, but yeah,
What was I gonna say?
best characters by the way.
Oh, the other. Okay, sorry. What was the sister's name? Not
Yara.
Lev, but Yara.
Mm.
Dude, poor thing. Like you worked your
Oh,
ass off
I
to
know. I was
to
salty.
help her to save her life, like to amputate her arm, and then she gives herself up, you know,
Yeah, I
and
know.
she just gets pelted with bullets.
it was like so sudden too, because she gets shot, and you're like, oh my god, did she just die? And then she shoots
Yeah, she's dead.
Isaac, and then they show her
Yeah,
body, and then there's so many bullets that hit her, and it's
yeah,
like that was excessive. It
yeah,
already made me feel bad, and now I feel worse.
yeah. And I was like, R.I.P. that work.
Yeah, yeah.
But I kind of like that those scene or like that sequence of scene, like when you're in the skyscraper and like you get
Oh
the flamethrower and like you're working your way down.
yes, I loved Abby's scenes far more than Ellie's. Abby, like initially, when you switch over to
Of
Abby, I
course.
was like, what the heck is this happening? What is happening? And then she has her own like skill tree. She has her own weapons to upgrade. I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be a
Yeah,
long
her fighting
event.
style was fun,
Yeah,
in
it was
in
fun.
my opinion.
Yeah, it was fun. She like punches him, beats him up, like grabs him by the neck and shoves him. It's like, oh my god, she's a beast. But those like scenes with the skyscraper, and then like the final scene when they're in that island and the whole war is going on, it felt so much more epic than Ellie's scenes, because Ellie's scenes was literally just, let's go through like this jungly area, and there
Right.
there wasn't that much difference in like Seattle day 1, day 2, day 3. It was
Hmm.
relatively the same, like jungly. I don't really remember too much, but then Abby's is like, "Hey, you got a skyscraper," and you're like walking, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is actually really cool. I love this level design." And then like you go through like the house, and then you go like to those islands, and like everything's on fire, and there's like a whole war
Yeah.
going on,
Yeah.
and it like the plot wise, Abby's was like, I liked Abby's little plot better, because it was like, okay, let's save Yara and let's save Lev and whatnot, while Ellie's was just, let's find Abby. And it took her 3 days to find Abby, where
Mm.
Abby's plot was like, let's do 3 different things in 3 different days. So like it kept the story going.
Right. Um. Yeah. Also, something like you started to understand, or not. Well, yeah, you started to understand more what was happening with the factions
Yeah,
and like their different beliefs and why they both thought that they owned the territory and like the different territory that they owned. Like the Scars were like like high up. Um,
yeah,
and there was actual like faction wars and there were Lev and Abby were both in those different factions and they started to understand each other a little bit better and like maybe the hate is not justified
yeah,
essentially, and then you start wondering why the war is justified and they start fighting. And then you get, sorry, I'm gonna go on a rant here.
Go
And then
for
you get to this last scene in Santa Barbara. Dude, at this point in the game, man,
it. Yeah.
I was done playing.
Yeah,
I was like,
same.
who are these people? Why
Same.
am I killing them? There was zero backstory on them, like why they're keeping these zombies there at all, why there's humans with them either. Like, I had no clue. I didn't care. At that point, I had a shit ton of ammo because I conserved it all game. I said, I'm unloading on all these guys and just moving on. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I
All to get to this scene with Abby. So they put so much time with these factions. Like, wow, this is interesting. Like this war is interesting. And then they just throw me and I was just killing people. I was like, okay.
yeah, and the Santa Barbara thing didn't make any sense. It was like, who are these people enslaving people and like torturing
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
and like they're all just like a bunch of dudes. Like they're like ha ha ha. Like
Yeah.
what even happens? Like there's no explanation. And one thing like I also didn't like was like the religious figure for the Seraphites, the Scars. You never got to see her. You never like understood that sort of dynamic with her and also with Isaac. Like those were two like leaders of the factions, but they were very very small roles.
Right.
And so like it would have been nice to see more of them, but obviously the game was extremely long already, and the last Santa Barbara scenes shouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
It was too long.
I agree. I thought the game was gonna end, with her with Dina at the house.
Yeah,
Um, can I just say,
yeah.
Dina is my favorite character by far.
Dina.
I also personally think she's really hot, so that doesn't help.
Okay.
But
Sorry, she's taken.
I think she's a cool character, and I hope that she left Ellie.
Oh, ooh.
I like
Honestly
Dina
though.
straight up told her like this path is stupid. I'm not doing this again with you, which I agreed with Dina. I was like, yeah, you shouldn't be leaving, right?
Yeah.
It's like you've got a life here, like you seek to revenge.
Yeah. Also, you're gonna go down to Santa Barbara from Washington. That's gonna be a
Yeah.
long, long time.
Well, they weren't in Washington,
Or are they like in Oregon?
Jackson, Wyoming.
Oh,
I think
Wyoming.
because
Jacksonville.
weren't they? Because that cottage was next to the Jacksonville settlement.
Yeah, that's true. Huh.
And like that months had passed because like Dina had the kid and everything, so it had been like a year and a half, and they were back in Jackson.
Yeah.
So yeah, that whole sequence was stupid, and Dina was like, no, like you're stupid. And then Tommy came over, and was like, you gotta finish it. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, screw off, like back off. And then like he walks out, and Dina went at him, like don't you come in my
Yeah.
house with that BS, like get out of here. And I was like, yeah, like.
Wow, it would have taken you 333 hours walking from Jackson, Wyoming to Santa Barbara. That's insane. It's way too long. But yeah, Tommy was like, I thought Tommy was dead. And then like,
Yeah.
I was happy that he was alive, but then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, you gotta go after her. I'm just like, okay, Tommy, let's take it easy there.
Yeah.
He's like limping around, and I'm just like, Tommy, this doesn't need to happen.
And all that, and it's not like Abby like escaped or anything. Like Lev let you live essentially,
Yeah.
and then Abby agreed to it, and like you've killed a bunch of Abby's people too.
Yeah.
More so arguably, but how good of friends they were is kind of arguable. Like Manny was blown up in the face,
Oh
and
man.
not a word was mentioned about him.
Yeah.
That sequence was cool, by the way.
That was really
I
cool.
like that sequence.
Yeah, that was a cool sequence. But then like, as soon as, because I got upset because Manny was in the very beginning with Abby, and then Manny only gets reintroduced to die.
Yeah, he just apparates. He's like, "Oh hey, there you are!" Like,
And it's like, because he had like no other purpose of being in that scene except, hey, we needed an actual character that we've set up to die at the scene, because they had to do that. They had to make someone die. And Manny was literally the only one who didn't die by Ellie, so it's like, who else?
and I liked the flashbacks
Oh my
towards
god.
Joel's death, like, because this group that went to kill Joel, like, they weren't this heartless, murderous band of killers.
Mhm.
And when Tommy and Ellie intervened in that area, like there was strong debate going on. Like they've witnessed too much, we should kill them. Like no, we can't kill them. How would that make us better than Joel himself? Like that was our objective. We completed it. Like there's all these different ideas, and
Yeah.
Mel was really torn on it,
Mhm.
and she couldn't forgive Abby for like basically just seeking pure hatred. And
Yeah.
I like that group dynamic. It's not so simple, is what I'm trying to get at, and I like that.
Yeah. I liked it too. I mean, it was a good story. It was a good like group. It was a good plot for like it was good motivations, but the sort of piecing it all together shouldn't have happened the way it did
Yeah,
because it was like, oh, you're understanding these groups' motivations and stuff after they had already committed the crime.
right.
And it was like, okay, I don't need to know the reasons. Well, I mean, like you do not need to know the reasons, but I don't need to know the reasons after it's already been done, because then there's no conflict. Then there's no like, hey, should we really be doing this? Because they did it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
agreed.
yeah, it was a good game. I liked the story. It just wasn't told in an order that I liked because there was too many moments where I was like, "What the heck?" And like it jumps to like Abby, and then I was like, "Oh, why? What is?"
Cliffhangers are good, just in less numbers.
Yeah, cliffhangers are good when you don't switch the focus from the main character to the main villain and try to humanize them with flashbacks
Yeah.
right after they killed someone. And it's like, oh, this is a little too jumpy. But yeah, no, I liked Abby's story. I liked the overall story. I really liked the flashbacks with Joel and Ellie. Like, especially when the scene where Joel confesses that he, killed those fireflies or whatever.
That's when Ellie goes back, right? And Joel followed her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really liked those flashbacks. I wish that could have been fleshed out a little bit more
Hmm.
because it's sort of like left off with Ellie being really upset at Joel, but then them not ever talking about it until like the last scene where it's like, I kind of forgive you, but then like months have passed probably since then. So it. I would have liked to have seen more of the dynamic of Ellie really disliking this decision that Joel has made.
There's a lot of debate on the interweb about this, and I kind of agree. Um, and it's like Ellie was very upset that Joel did what he did.
Yep.
And the last flashback of the game was the night before we started the game as players.
Yes.
Because it talks about the night, then wake up and you have a snowball fight.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of the game.
So innocent
Um,
back then.
I know. um, so that night before, they literally said, we can try to work this out. That was before that, and then Joel is killed, what, 2 days later?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't think they said
So,
anything to each other since that night.
so some people think that, like, Ellie felt guilty for never forgiving Joel for saving her life, or she felt like she owed Joel a debt, something, and that's kind of where her drive or her hatred came from. Because like if she really thought that Joel made the wrong decision and that was the only choice for Ellie to mean something, then she should not have pursued Joel's killers, essentially.
Hmm.
Um, so it's kind of like they weren't like they were close,
Yeah.
but the way to hints at is like, oh yeah, we're working on getting better.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting.
That is kind of interesting. I mean, like in terms of story wise, I obviously that would have been better beforehand to know Ellie's motivations on like why she might have gone a little bit too much over the edge because she feels that extreme guilt
Hmm.
rather than, hey, let's show that she did almost forgive him, or like started to forgive him, and then now she's like guilty, and then the whole like story sort of changes with that. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, if that is the case, like I would have preferred it a little bit earlier. But then again, like that's just the argument of, hey, this like it's a good story, but it needs to be pieced a little bit better.
So another topic that I wanted to talk about, and something that I think this game has done the best from any game I have ever played,
Wow.
and that is attention to detail.
Oh, yeah,
There
the production quality and everything is
is
really good with this game.
so, and one scene specifically, well, there's a couple. Well, okay. So one scene that I said this game is the best ever in attention to detail was I was playing as Ellie going through the hospital
Mm-hmm.
uh, that you come back to as Abby and you fight the big boss that I saw you playing,
Yeah, yeah.
or like I like rewatched your stream. Um, so you play like you fight through as Ellie and you find the I forgot her name.
Nora?
Yeah, the one that you drop down and she dies from spores, but then
Yeah,
you
and
beat her
then
to
you like,
death and get
yeah,
information out of her. Yeah,
yeah, Nora.
that scene. There was a dog that I killed, and like sometimes they say people's names when they
Yeah.
die. It's like, oh, they got Bear.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and then you play as Abby, right? And like you're in the compound and you're throwing tennis balls, and you're like, oh, this is Bear.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
And I
remember
was like,
that.
no way. Like,
It's like, Bear, oh, you're gonna die soon.
well, like you don't. But like that was not a cutscene.
Yeah,
That was just an open skirmish, and that dog could have very well have been there,
yeah,
right? Because like they were being shipped out, and like the whole process of them like taking out weapons, taking out materials, checking out dogs, that was all shown.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that I was like, wow, like that wasn't even needed, and
yeah.
it was nice.
And like, especially like with attention to detail, um, when you first go to the aquarium as Ellie and you
Mm,
break that glass panel in the ceiling, and then like you take out the dog Alice, and then
mm-hmm.
Mel and Owen, you come back later as Abby, and you go to the same area, and you look up, that glass panel is like still broken, and there's like a rope hanging from it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you like go with, the whole area, and like it's like Alice and all this stuff. So it's like the attention to detail, like just those like small things where it's like, hey, you're seeing something like before and then after. It's like really cool to like sort of get a sense of
Yeah.
detail and like how much time and effort went into the game to like make sure everything sort of lines up story wise. I thought that was cool.
And the facial animations and emotions. This game made me feel every emotion.
It was yeah,
Like there was hatred in there. There was like jealousy. There was curiosity. There was fun. There was cute. There was love. Like there's everything.
yeah. This game's production quality was like super 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 good. Like out of all the games right now, this is probably one of the most well polished and produced games out there.
The specific scene that made me love the game. I was like, this game is effing awesome. Was kind of early on when you're in Seattle. Did you find every location in Seattle day one?
Yes, most of them.
Dude,
I don't know if I
they
actually.
because like you get a trophy if you found all of them.
Oh, probably not then.
As long as you found the music store. Did you find the music store?
No, what happened to the music store?
No way.
What happens in the music store?
Oh, okay. Well,
I might
hmm.
have.
Well, it's where like she sings to Dina.
No, I did not see that.
Oh, okay, we gotta watch that. We gotta watch that because that was my favorite non. Uh,
I did see those clips on YouTube, and I thought that was just something I haven't gotten to yet.
because that was a non-essential place to visit, and it was like a 3-minute cutscene that they did not have to make, but I thought it was
Oh.
amazing.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it is this one. Yeah, no, I've seen the clip or like I haven't seen the clip fully, but I just saw it like circulating online, and I was like, oh,
Mhm.
but I didn't know that I had missed that.
So uh, it was just that one scene, and it's just not necessary. And I was like, wow, this is great. Like the animations, and you're just playing like guitar for her, and it was so nice.
Yeah, a lot of those scenes are like super nice. It was a good game. It was a good game. I liked it. The ending fight with Ellie and Abby, uh, I would say it went a little bit too long, and a little bit too much, but otherwise, it was good.
So I thought so. I'm not the director of this game, and other people
You're
are
not?
definitely allowed to. No, I shocker, right? Um,
It's good, Ken.
so I I don't have to make the decisions about plot line, and
Yeah.
and I'd be pretty shitty at it, quite frankly. Let's be real. Um, I would have preferred the game to end with Dina with Ellie. That's like the happy ending,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And like it was clear that Ellie had some serious PTSD,
Yeah.
and I would have liked for them to like be trying to work through it. And it's pretty obvious that someone like that would have some serious PTSD, like the shit that they went through,
Yeah.
you know. Um, so that was the ideal ending for me. The secondary ideal ending, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna go to Santa Barbara, I hope that I find Abby in this real shitty situation, and Abby just trying to care for Lev, save Lev. She'll be like, this wasn't worth my time,
Yeah,
uh,
exactly.
oh, or like, oh, or okay, I came here to get this person. She's not who she used to be, or it's not worth my time or whatever, and just backed off and been
Yeah, and gone their
like I
separate
came here to
ways.
kill you, but that's I don't think that's what Joel would have wanted, or some bullshit like that. But
Yeah.
then she's like, "You ain't leaving today," and I'm like, "Oh
Yeah.
God,
That's exactly
come
why.
on."
Like, it went too long. Like, they should have just ended it when they were at the boat, but then she was like, nope, round two, baby. And it's like, well, like, no. And then, like, they're all so weak and frail and they're fighting. I'm just like, this is not a fight that I like. Like, this is not a fight that I
Right.
want to be happening. Hey,
Oh,
Minicleman, subscribe to me on YouTube.
nice.
Nice.
And yeah, that scene was. I'm actually surprised that they both lived. I was happy that Abby lived specifically. I did not think that Abby deserved to die.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're the one were to die, I was hoping it was going to be Ellie because given that whole plotline development and her pursued hatred,
Oh my god. If Ellie died, the internet would have, like, been in an uproar.
yeah. But then the internet didn't play the game,
Most of the
right?
internet. Yeah, but, like, even, like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't like it if Ellie had died because I would have been like, then, like, all the stuff that I just experienced, basically for nothing for Ellie's story. Like, it just ended.
Yeah. But she definitely deserved to die given the parameters and given the fact of what Abby was trying to do.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you put it that way. I mean, neither of them
But
should have died. They should have even had that fight in the ending to begin with. It should have ended.
but they both lived.
They both lived.
And that was
It was all a happy ending. But yeah, I feel like that whole Santa Barbara scene was extremely unnecessary. It was cool. The
and
environment was nice.
yeah, I mean the entire game was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Uh, the they they could have done just a cutscene, like a long cutscene of the whole last part.
Yeah.
I was just frustrated that I had to play more. I was like, really?
Yeah. I was
Like, I don't know. Who am I killing? Why? These people don't matter? Like, I don't know.
when I was done playing the game was at the island where the war was happening with
Mm,
Abby because I was like, okay, this is definitely the last scene of Abby, you know? This because it's like such a huge battle, huge set piece that, like once you get to the end of it, you're like you should be done because then the next thing is you get to the theater and you like bump with Ellie. But then they make you play as Abby fighting Ellie and I was like,
right.
this is
That was
really
kind of
weird.
weird.
Yeah, this is really weird. This is like a conflict of interests.
Mm-hmm. which was kind of the point.
Yeah, but also like you could have just made that a cutscene and
Yeah.
then did something with that. But it was weird to just play as Abby and that you had to win.
Right. Well, like the same thing at the ending when you're sticking the knife
Yeah,
through part of Abby's chest, and you're like, I don't want to do that.
yeah, I know. I was like, am I actually gonna kill her? I don't want her to die
Right. Well,
because
I mean,
she needs to be with Lev. They're probably
that's
still only two people.
that's one thing that I respect about all their decisions that they made. It was very Game of Thrones ish in that aspect. Like, you did not know who was gonna die. Like all these fights happening, you did not know what was gonna happen, straight up. And I like that, but
Yeah, I thought the deaths were good, but there was too many.
oh yeah.
There was too many deaths. Like a lot of those characters, like either add more characters to the story, or just not have some of them die because like literally everyone died. Like Abby was in that one close knit group with Mel, Owen, Manny, that guy with the hat, the other guy, the other guy, the other guy. All the other people died. The only people left in that group was Abby, and it's like like there was no reason for it. And then for Ellie's group, it was Ellie, Dina, Jesse, and Tommy. And then Jesse dies, and then Tommy almost dies. I thought he died, but I was like, seriously, I was like, everyone, like seriously, everyone, like Joel, Tommy, Jesse, like why is everyone dying? But no, Tommy was still alive. But still, too many deaths and too many non-essential characters.
When they had that knife to Dina's throat, I was like, no, because I really liked Dina. I did not want Dina to die of all the characters.
Like, if Dina had died, I would have been like, I'm not surprised. Like
Yeah,
they just kill everyone.
but
But I'm thankful that Dina didn't die.
and the the characters felt alive even when you were not in a cutscene. So
Yeah,
like when you were just like riding with Dina on your horse, or you're with Jesse or whatever, and they would just talk back and forth and help establish some more of the plot or like their relationship or make jokes.
yeah,
It felt very human and alive to me. Like unlike most NPC interactions,
yeah,
and
definitely.
that was
They do a really
that
good
was
job with
cool.
that, which is why like both Sam and I, like I watched the first Last of Us. I never played the actual Last of Us,
Oh
but
really?
yeah, I watched the gameplay. So I watched someone play it from start to finish, including the cutscenes. Whereas Sam, she had just watched the cutscenes
So
because
so so what you're saying is you knew more because you can't obtain everything from cutscenes.
yeah, and which is why, like I said, like there's some aspects of the game that I really like that that isn't just within the cutscenes. Like there's a lot of extra story added
Hmm.
throughout the game, to like obviously to keep it more entertaining. But like if you just watch the cutscenes, you're not gonna get the whole story, and that's what's bad. It's because like they add so much to it.
Yeah.
It also like on an unrelated note, it made me really hate Outlast 2 because Outlast 2 is the horror game in
Hmm.
which you play like on like this one farm, this one nation. Like you're running away from these like indigenous, really weird farm people, but it doesn't relate to the first game at all, story wise, except if you pick up one note collectible that you pick it up and it's like, yeah, this farm area is some place where we did testing on some things that we did in like the first game. I don't remember the exact context, but if you don't pick up that note, the entire second game is completely unrelated to the first. And it's like, why have that as a collectible and why isn't that embedded in the story already?
Yeah. Uh, can we talk about like the gameplay?
Oh
'Cause
my god. Okay.
I don't think we've touched about the gameplay.
Gameplay was so
Um,
good.
so I originally started playing the game on the hardest difficulty,
Ooh, it's a
and
mistake.
I beat a third of the game on the hardest difficulty,
It's a
and
mistake.
there was just this one scene that I got so pissed off because I thought there was bullshit happening. Like
Hmm.
it wasn't like me being stupid. I just don't think that. And then I just like I tried the stealth game for a little bit, and then I like made my difficulty normal or whatever. I think you were
Yeah.
playing on easy or normal. If that was normal, no,
I think I
you
played
were getting
normal.
shot a lot. But um, like stealth was
Was it
cool. Stealth
difficult?
was an option,
Oh,
but
I
typically,
was playing
like
moderate.
you'd be found by something that you didn't see. Someone behind you, you're like, ah, shit, I got caught. And if you didn't kill the people that you had already passed, you'd just be surrounded and just
Yeah.
flocked by too many people. So I just had this slash and burn policy of just kind of just murder everyone. And that was fun for me because I like aiming and I like shots, and I think that I had a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but I did like the avenues that you could take.
Yeah, I really liked that I played it on moderate rather than survivor because I genuinely thought I was like, should I play it on survivor? But I'm glad I didn't because, like the items they're more abundant.
Hmm.
So then obviously you can, grab more stuff and shoot a lot. But stealth, I was terrible with stealth in this game. Absolutely terrible. It's so hard to do stealth because like even if I took someone out stealthily and then someone sees the body and then they all get alerted and I'm just like, God dang it. And so actually playing moderate and being able to like survive these gunfights and just go like sort of blasting everyone was actually really fun.
Yeah, it was
Like
fun.
going through it and just going like with a shotgun, bah, and like
Hmm.
slashing them and stuff. It's like, wow, this is more fun. Like rather than me like dying every single second, it's more fun to actually like get some progress with the game.
Side side tangent. It's actually now that you mentioned that, it's kind of weird that you couldn't move bodies. That's weird to me in
Yeah,
a game like
that,
this.
that is weird.
Um, I thought that the gameplay
Oh
progression.
snap! You can do a custom. You can do custom difficulty. I didn't even
Oh,
know that.
yep, yep. You can tweak everything.
I did not know that.
Also, there are some pretty helpful handicaps if you don't play shooters or anything. Like there's a different mode than just this new game plus challenge thing that you're in. It's like
Uh,
in the options menu, where you can tweak all sorts of user settings.
huh.
But the progression of gameplay, I thought was really good. Like at the pace that, like when you got new weapons, at the pace where you understood new mechanics, like the new types of zombies or dogs. Don't get me started on dogs, dude.
Oh
I
yeah,
hate the
I
dogs.
hate the
Man,
dogs too.
they're so annoying.
Yeah,
Um, so I thought that was pretty fun.
yeah. No,
And
progression is really good. And I like that when you swapped over to Abby, you did have different weapons,
mhm.
and so it was like, oh, more varied, like gameplay and stuff like that. Oh,
So this
Tina's
whole
kid was
like
named JJ.
it's like this whole art thing, and I'm not sure how you earn the tokens, but you have like 395p.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
I
all
think
just
it's
the
like the stuff
models.
that you collected. They're pretty cool, but
Yeah, I've unlocked some of it. I like concept art more than the actual models. Yeah, but no, the gameplay was really fun. I had a really fun time playing it, especially since I didn't play the first Last of Us. I can't do the comparison, but watching the gameplay of the first Last of Us, I was bored with the gameplay. Like I thought the Last of Us 1 was kind of boring with playing it, which is why I was a little hesitant about this game because I was like, I'm not too sure if I'm going to like the gameplay. But I actually liked it a lot.
it was just brutal. It's
It
just
was brutal.
brutal.
A lot of scenes were so brutal. Do you hear the voice acting when people die too?
Oh yeah,
It's like so unnecessary.
which is, I mean, I thought that was good because that added some humanity.
Yeah,
And like when the enemies are like, "No, Ben," or like like, "Oh
yeah.
no, I killed Ben," like,
Or you could
the
go
first.
like me and be like, "I'll get wrecked, Ben." Now I got a name.
Put that on. Timer becomes mass murderer. Gateway drug.
No, but yeah, I did like that. There was, some scenes when they're like sort of gurgling and stuff. Like it was it was unnecessary, especially because your characters didn't comment on it at all.
Right.
So it was just like jarring to like hear that, and then all of a sudden Ellie's just like, ah, and starts blasting more people. I was like, oh, okay.
The collectible. Sorry, I didn't care about the collectibles.
Oh,
I, I,
me neither.
I didn't care about the quarters. I didn't care about the cards. Baseball cards? No.
Yeah,
Comic.
baseball. Yeah,
Comic cards, right?
trading cards.
Um, I didn't care about either of those, but
Same.
supplies and the pills, and also the fact that you could find weapons and gun holsters.
That was cool.
I,
Yeah, gun
I
holsters
was
were
like,
cool.
okay, this is worth.
Yeah,
And I thought the gun customization with those like nuts and bolts that you found was awesome.
yeah,
Like
and
you can do it however you wanted. I thought that made me want to search for things, which in most games I have no interest.
yeah, same. And especially like the training manuals too for the more upgrades.
Yes.
It made me feel stressed if I missed any
Yeah,
because it's
same.
like you need this. I need this.
You're like there's gets concerned. There's still an open slot, you know.
Yeah.
And then it worked both ways. If you found a note that called out a safe, you're like, I gotta find that safe.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
worse, if you found a safe, you're like, shit, where's
Yeah.
this note?
Where's the note? Like, how am I supposed to know this combination?
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
some of those were like mini puzzles that I kind of enjoyed.
Yeah. Like the sort of searching aspect or the exploration was actually pretty cool. I was a little bit intimidated at first when you go to the first area with Dina and it's like sort of an open world. And I was like,
Yeah.
is this how the game is going to be? This is a lot. But
Right.
then, it became super like linear after that, which was strange to me because it was like it gave me this expectation of, hey, I'm going to be able to like explore this large area, and then it's like, no, you're going to be exploring small areas but like in a linear style.
You say linear, uh, but I might disagree with you on that term because like I played the first game. The
Hmm.
first game was much more linear.
Oh yeah, I mean,
In terms of
this
like where you can go and
yeah, this game, the only reason I say linear is because you are being led to a specific
right,
way. Like there's
right.
like many different paths to go, but there ultimately there's one goal.
Right, and like there's not like some games like The Witcher and other games have like different types of endings depending on decisions,
Yeah.
and that's definitely not linear. Uh, but I guess what I was more getting at is like the combat. Like
Oh,
like you
yeah.
could approach it from all sorts of different angles or like different scenes, and
Yeah.
I loved every single scene. You would run by. It takes you 5 seconds to open the door, right? And that's on purpose because they don't want you making a bunch of commotion and then
Yeah.
just sprinting your way through the level and then just getting through it.
Yeah.
So if you didn't do it perfect stealth or you didn't kill everyone, right, then you couldn't get through.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. And then there were some points where I was like, okay, just run, just run.
Yeah.
God dang it, this door's taking so long. God dang it. And then like I make it like by an inch. I'm like, oh my god,
And like,
thank
woo,
goodness.
feels good. And then you
Whew.
hear the zombies behind the wall. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. Ken saying some people harass the voice actors. I heard that for Abby, they really harass the voice actor, which is like, it's just toxic. Like, obviously
Like,
Abby, the voice actor for Abby, I think it's Laura Bailey. She didn't write the story. Like, why, like, don't harass the voice actors. Don't harass them. And then Jacob was playing through Heavy Rain. There's a lot of different endings. Yeah, Last of Us. There's only one ending. Which, I mean, if they did multiple endings with Last of Us, that would have been weird.
yeah, and it would not have allowed easy transition to a game 3 if
Yeah.
they do make that, which
I think,
honestly, yeah, I think that Ellie's storyline is pretty done, but maybe
yeah,
I'm wrong.
I think it was rumored that they're gonna make a third one. But if they do, I hope it's with a different character. And like Ellie's a cameo. This Justin
Well,
Dina's the main character.
I mean, they could have Abby be the main character, but then the salty
Oh,
people that were
oh,
that didn't even
it's gonna
play
get a
this
0 out of
play
10
this
before it comes out.
yeah it was getting bad user reviews, but it got really good critic reviews.
Yeah, I mean, like actually, I would rate this game pretty high.
Me too.
It's not a perfect 10 out of 10 because again, like with the story, it like I still have my hesitation with like the pacing and like the like how they piece the story together. That one I feel like could be improved, but it was a really good game. Dina's son as the main character. Oh, that'd be pretty interesting.
But do you have a game that you would give 10 out of 10?
Hmm. I mean, some of my favorite games, like I really liked Bioshock. Bioshock was a really good game. Super Mario like Sunshine, it's a really good game. I love that game. I would give that a 10 out of 10.
I never played that game actually, and I know the hype, and I think I'd really enjoy it. I just don't have the.
It,
Is that the Wii U? What is that?
no, it was GameCube.
Oh,
Yeah, because Super Mario Galaxy, I like Super
oh,
Mario Galaxy.
Galaxy. Okay, that's what I was thinking of.
I liked Galaxy, but I like Sunshine better because Sunshine had more like platforming, like maneuvers that made it feel harder to me. Which like I preferred that as a challenge because Galaxy was just confusing with the planets. I was like, I like sometimes it just didn't work, and I was just like annoyed. Whereas in Sunshine, like the controls are very tight, and so I really appreciate that game.
One sec, Taimur.
Yeah, of
What's up,
course.
Mom?
Oh, he's got his mom on the phone. Hey, Ethan's mom. How was Last of Us 2 for you? Well, we got a caller. But yeah, because Bioshock was a really good game. I think I would have rated that a 10 out of 10 during the time because I know some gameplay aspects of it is a little bit outdated now. It was a really good game. Uh, Super Mario Sunshine. I mean, Breath of the Wild was a really good game too. I don't think it was a 10 out of 10 just because there's certain scenes where I felt like they could have added more content. Uh, yeah.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm back at my parents' place for a
Oh,
couple
okay.
days.
That's why we can't play Hyperscape.
Well, I mean, I could deal with it with getting it all set up. It's just kind of annoying to like get back on my laptop and just hop on Steam and literally see more than half my library say update
Oh,
required. And you're like,
yeah.
oh,
It's the worst.
no, thank you.
What about you? What about you with 10 out of 10 games?
I don't think there's any game that I would give a 10 out of 10. I mean, I can think of games that really made an impact in my life and the games I've sunk the most time into, but we have a little bit different gaming preference. Uh, I really
Celeste.
liked the storyline and gameplay and competitive gameplay of StarCraft.
StarCraft.
I thought that was pretty changing for me, and that got pretty high reviews. Um,
For me,
but
Celeste, I wouldn't rate Celeste a 10 out of 10. It was a good game, but there's something about it. Like, it was a really good platformer. It had a good story, but it was just too frustrating at points. Like, like there's some games where like difficulty it's very rewarding, and then there's some games where difficulty just gets frustrating.
yeah.
And Celeste had moments where it was frustrating, but a lot of the end game content is the stuff that gets me frustrated. So I'm like, I can't experience the entirety of the game because I'm just bad.
let's let's clip that. Put that in whatever avenue you want.
Yeah, see, that's kind of sad. Like when I'm just not good at a game because I just keep failing, it's just like it ruins the experience because I'm just bad.
I think there's a little bit of a difference though, especially when we talk about like competitive games or like intense platformers.
Yeah.
If you die over and over and over again, and you know it's you making the error. You're like, oh, I'm just not good enough. That's one thing. But if you keep dying, but there's like effects and you think it's kind of BS, you're like, I don't think I should have died there. And like that's when stuff can really be irritating.
Yeah.
If it's just off by that much.
Yeah. For me, Celeste was the type of game where it was like, I know exactly how to solve this puzzle, but my thumbs are just not going up like the right angle with the thumbstick. It's just
Mm.
like it needs to be at exactly 53.5 degrees, and I keep doing 54. I'm just like, like every single time I'm just like, I know how to do this, and I just fail, and I just fail, and I just fail, and I just fail, and I just fail. I'm just like, and the worst part is always I do really well on the first try, and then going back again, I'm just like, I can't, I can't, I can't. I played the game on the keyboard. I've never played a platformer on the keyboard, so I don't know how that would work.
It, and the frustration is also a key component because like I said, I played The Last of Us on the hardest difficulty, and I would have to do stealth for at
Yeah.
least the first half of a sequence, and I would do that, and it would take me like 5 to 10 minutes to sneak past like 7 people, and then someone would find me, and I'd be like, ah, and then I would die, and I'd have to restart, and I'd lose my patience. I'd
Yeah.
lose my stealth patience. I'm like, no, screw this. Like I'm not waiting anymore for this. This is, and at the point where it didn't become fun anymore, that's when I changed. I was like, it's not worth my time. It's not fun anymore.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
I agree with that. But there are some games where like the difficulty is like so perfect that it's not frustrating, which is like in relation to BioShock. BioShock has three difficulties: the easy, normal, and hard. The hard difficulty for BioShock is perfection. Like it
yeah.
gives you enough of a challenge that I'm having fun,
Oh.
but it's also not like this is really hard and frustrating. I keep dying at this part. And with like Super Mario Sunshine, like the platforming for that game, it's hard, but it wasn't like frustrating. It wasn't like I kept playing the same level 17 million times just because like I couldn't do it right. It was like, oh, I can do this, but I have like multiple ways of like getting to from point A to point B. Good game.
Yeah. So all in all, Last of Us doesn't deserve the hate, the internet backlash.
No.
In my opinion, I thought it was a good game. Makes you think.
Yeah, I feel like also it does get a little bit more toxic when all the critics are like 10 out of 10 when this game is not perfect. It has its faults.
Right.
But when you give something a 10 out of 10, that's saying, "Hey, this game has no faults."
Right.
Which
And
is like, yeah, it's misleading for a lot of the people who play the game and then Joel dies and they're like, "Oh, how could they give this 10 out of 10?"
it didn't end the way that I wanted it to end. How could I get a 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
But I spent $60 on this game, and it has no replay value for me, except in 4 years when I want to play it again.
Yeah.
I like to commit games to like multiplayer game time. That's what I like to do. But this game I spent like 25 hours on, and I look back on it, I was like, that was well spent. Like they deserved this $60.
Yeah,
So
definitely feel like
that's
that production value, the amount of fun that I had with the game was worth it.
oh yeah,
Because
for sure.
it was a blast. But definitely, like, if I'm ever gonna play this game again, it's gonna be way into the future because I don't want to tackle this game again until like it's been a while.
You got a question on your stream asking, did you finish this game?
Oh, hey, the Polis. Yes, I did actually. Just finished this game. I for some reason like I have the chat up right here, and I hate when Twitch does this. The color for a Galaxy Ken is orange, and the color for the Polis is orange. So
Oh, interesting. The color for Galaxy for me is purple, and the Polis is red.
yeah, see, I like it when they're alternating colors because I can see different people, but they're both orange right now. What would I rate the story? I mean, like if we're giving it a rating, the story was good, but it was just like it needed to be fixed up and like in proper order. Joel probably shouldn't have died in like the first 10 minutes. They probably needed to like give more backstory to her, Abby, and stuff like that. So maybe like 7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Like the stuff was there. It just, needed to get fixed up. All right, Ken. Thanks for stopping by. Don't worry, I won't be streaming much longer for this.
I think I might rate it a little bit higher than you. Maybe like 8.259. You know. I mean, partially for the same reasons, but I think that the pros of the story outweigh the cons. Like, I was just so curious as to what was gonna happen. I just couldn't put it down, and that's kind of rare for
Yeah,
any story to do that for me, whether through any media, like book, video game, uh, a show, a movie. I was like, wow, this is good.
yeah. I would have given it a much higher rating, but then we got to Santa Barbara, and that and that dropped it
And
down a little
ratings
bit.
plummeted.
Yeah, so like maybe before Santa Barbara, I would have given like a 9 if it ended at the farm. But Santa Barbara, the ending for that was kind of unnecessary. We didn't really need that part, and I didn't really
Now,
like that much, so that went down. But
if we went to Ventura, that would have been a way higher rating.
yeah, you didn't like the story. What about the story didn't you like? The Polis. Because I I felt that they had good stuff. Again, it wasn't pieced together properly, and like too many characters died, and then the ending with Santa Barbara was just kind of really random,
totally,
and
totally unnecessary.
the last fight was really unnecessary too, because I felt like Ellie should have just been like, "Dang, Abby, she's not looking too good. Dang, stuff has happened to her. I'm not gonna fight her in the middle of this ocean right now."
Like, why did I come here?
Yeah,
Was it to finish off Abby or was it to find peace?
yeah,
Right? Do I need to kill Abby to find peace? And I think the answer to that was no. And I think that she kind of left peace with Dina and arguably her son. I don't know how you classify
arguably
that
adopted
dynamic.
son,
Yeah.
basically her son now.
Yeah. Can you imagine the story of Jesse's parents? Like, like they come home, yeah, Jesse was shot in the face. But don't worry, Dina's pregnant with your son's kid. Like, excuse me, aren't you with her? Yeah, I was with him, but now I'm with Ellie, and like we're gonna be two parents, and the parents like I don't think they should, like there's all
Yeah,
these weird.
yeah, that would have been like, this is a lot of information, like really
Yikes.
quickly. So, give us like a few months to process this. But yeah, yeah, those characters, like, I felt like they didn't get the justice they deserved. Like,
No.
like Jesse was a great character, and then he was gone like that, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
I just
well, man,
uh, they they kind of did. Okay, so they did the same thing with this game like they did in Game of Thrones. At the beginning of the first game, traveling anywhere takes forever,
yeah,
and it's a big deal. And like seasons would change in the first game between large locations.
that's true. That is true.
And in this game, they just go on horseback, a couple thousand miles, like, oh, we're here. And then Jesse shows up. He's like, oh yeah, I followed you guys. And
Yeah,
I was laughing so hard. It's like, okay, bro.
like
And
he's
then like
also here.
yeah, and then she just hop skips her way to Santa Barbara. Like,
Yeah,
okay, like
that was weird. It was like, okay.
mm.
Which I'm glad they didn't make us walk to Santa Barbara because I would have been pissed because the game should have ended.
I'd be pissed because that would take 330 in-game hours.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah. All right. I don't think the polis is gonna tell
No,
us.
yeah, I've been watching, looking for his or her response. I haven't seen it because like that'd be fun to
Yeah.
talk about it. It's always good to get different opinions.
Yeah. Which I mean,
It-
I understand why people didn't like the story. I mean, they made
Yeah.
decisions in this game that, like not everyone will be happy with. Overall, I liked it. Yes, there was stuff I would want them to have changed,
Mhm.
But obviously, they can't do that.
Yeah. And the truth is, there's things about every game that you would change. It's just, the number and severity of that change kind of that makes the game good or bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, the best thing about this game after playing the first one is so in Last of Us 2, when you had a bottle or brick,
Hmm.
the other would not appear as an available pickup. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So in the first game, I'd find something to be able to pick up. I was like, sweet, like,
Uh,
ingredients to make my bomb. And I'd pick up a bottle and drop my brick. And I'd be like, oh, come
that's
on. And I can't tell you how many times I did that. That was my biggest pet peeve.
oh, yeah. They fixed that with this game.
I know.
That would annoy me. No worries, Bolus. Same opinions as yours. Okay. Yeah, definitely. They could have changed stuff. I mean, if this game didn't have the top-notch gameplay and me having fun, like going through the game, seeing the environments, and blasting people, then I wouldn't have liked this game.
Sorry, I lost you. Like, I love the scenery, the characters, and blasting people.
Huh. Yeah, exactly. Joel's death was way too early. It would have been nice to choose to kill Abby or save her. I mean, that would have been interesting. Like, given that the option. But
Yeah, there are some games that are really linear, except for the ending, because if you make a game split multiple directions, the earlier that split is, the more back end work you have to do as
yeah,
developers.
yeah, definitely.
But like games like Far Cry 3, where like you beat it and like, oh, do you want to go with your friends or do you want to be with this civil
Yeah,
tribe? It's like the
that's
only
easy.
split.
Yeah,
So they could have done that, yeah.
they could have done that. Joel was so stupid he had his guard down. I agree. I felt like Joel, was made to be this giant beast of a fighter in the first game, and then in the second game he went out so quickly and so easily that
Yeah.
it was kind of a shock. Which, I
And
mean, if they had shown it later, maybe like after, he was vulnerable because Ellie's like trying to forgive him now. He gets emotional. He sees this young girl. He's like, oh my God, she somehow reminds me of Ellie. He lets his guard down for that. I couldn't understand, but they didn't show any of that. It was just at the end and blah, 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 Joel's like, here's all my information.
yeah. Um oh, see, but the whole guard down I didn't like either because like I don't think he should be giving up his name. Like these random people were in his territory doing who
Yeah.
knows what. Joel should have been like, ah. But the situation did kind of force him into their place, right? Like they're being swarmed by zombies, um, or infected. So that wasn't really a choice. But like I do agree. That he's like, oh yeah, my name is Joel, because
Yeah. I mean, at that
that's
point,
actually what
like,
happened.
when you've killed like boatloads of fireflies, just say your name is Jesse or something. Don't say your name is Joel.
Right, like
Like,
I just have an alias, and
yeah,
like they were out of their compound, and like whenever they're outside the compound, that's the alias, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Just
so
like, yeah,
oh, but I also took his security being down as him kind of softening up from being in Jackson, growing or like trying to get closer to Ellie and being in this safe community, quote unquote,
hmm,
for 4 years with. I mean, they didn't tell us of any serious events that happened in Jackson that the player didn't see. So
yeah,
that's kind of why I thought that he had grown soft, quote unquote, and maybe
yeah,
not on guard as he should be.
yeah. But the problem is, you can't you can't tell a story and say, hey, it's 4 years later. He got soft from it without showing it.
Right, of course. That was a jump that I made as a player.
Yeah, yeah. Which is like, which why some TV shows or like some like piece of entertainment are like, hey, this is such a big gap. We'll just like fill it in with like you speculating, which is not the
Right.
best idea.
Which is good for debate, but then we don't ever get an actual conclusion. So like, there's a fine line. That's the same thing that like I mentioned about her having a bracelet and not having her gear. So like the assumption
Yeah.
is like she kind of went back and at least talked to Dina, but
Yeah. I mean, the ending was bad because you wanted to kill Abby so bad. I felt that Abby was practically dead already. Let's be honest. She had everything she ever cared about taken from her except Lev. And Lev came up later, so I felt like, both characters were like, you know, if someone had died at that point, I would have been like, this. It was just, too much. Yeah, and all side characters, they died so easily. Like there was too much death. There's too much death, and none of it like really meant anything because they don't say anything afterwards. Like Nora dies by Ellie, and Ellie's shook because she like beat her up or something like that. But then like Abby doesn't even hear about it. Abby doesn't even like. There's no
right,
there's
right.
no
Abby has no
reaction to it.
clue about Nora.
Yeah, she only knows about Owen and Mel and Alice
Well, and Manny.
and Manny too.
Not that there was that. She was like, "Oh no, not Manny!" Like that never
True.
happened. His face just got blown off, and then never mentioned again.
Yeah, there was a lot of like death that went sort of unnecessary there. And poor Jesse, like Jesse died, and then like I was like, oh man, Jesse's dead. All right, I guess this is his baby. Look at him, ha. Look,
Dude,
it's a little
that
baby.
happened so quick.
Yeah.
FBI, open up! What's going on? Pow! It's like, holy!
It was too sad. The story was sad. The story was sad. There was not a happy ending. I mean, it would have been happier if they just ended it before she went to Santa Barbara, but overall, it wasn't a sad story. Or it was a sad story.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It's always good to
I'm glad that you
play a game
enjoyed
that
it
you
too.
enjoy it. It was groundbreaking from many aspects and could have been better in others, but
Yeah.
overall, good stuff. I'm
Yeah.
gonna head out and spend some time with my parents.
All right. Have fun.
Thanks for the conversation.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming to the Taste Talk.
Yeah, really though.
Yeah.
All right. See ya stream. See you tomorrow.
See ya. Yeah, good game. Just didn't like the story. I can agree. Yeah, story like just needed some work, but overall, it's a good game. I'm also going to end the stream now. So thanks for stopping by, Polis. Yeah, thanks for the talks. And I will see you all in the next stream. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye.